Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, the 13th of August. Wonderful greetings to you. I was struck coming out of the readings for morning prayer today, how the incredible promise of God to Abraham echoed again, repeated to Isaac, repeated to Jacob, repeated to the sons of Jacob, who is also called Israel, of possessing the land where they lived. And yet Abraham never possessed that land. Abraham was nothing more than a wandering sheep and goat herder. He never possessed the land. He lived in a land that really belonged to other people. His son Isaac, the same. His son Jacob, or called Israel, the same. Jacob, Israel, had 12 sons. They didn't own the land either. But it was in the time of those 12 sons that this incredible famine occurred. And just prior to that, Joseph, the youngest son, had been sold into slavery because of jealousy by the older brothers. And Joseph becomes the pathway into Egypt, where the family go to live because of the drought and because there is food available. Joseph makes sure of that. But Joseph and all those brothers die, and it is their descendants 400 years later, the Exodus, led by that great prophet Moses, who come eventually to the boundary of the land that their forefathers had once wandered around, Palestine. And they, through Joshua, move in, and they are able to conquer and take that land over, the land that had been promised multiple generations before. And yet nowhere in Scripture, and here for me is the point, nowhere in Scripture does Abraham lose faith, or Isaac, or Jacob. They struggle. They often misunderstand what's happening and they make mistakes. But deep down, they believe in God. Deep down, they believe God will answer the promise that he made, although they never get to see it. How does this relate to you and me? Well, a common refrain in my messages is our need to have faith in God, our need to worship God, that there is no other. And I talk about the promises of God and the blessing and the protection and the guidance that God will give us. But if we're honest, very often in life, we sometimes wonder, where is that promise? Where is that guidance? Where is that blessing? The fact is, it's there. We often just don't see it. It's not quite the blessing and the promise and the guidance that we want, but it's there. And so my message today is simply this: hang in with your faith, like Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. Hang in with that faith, because God's promises do come true. God is, to coin a phrase, a man of his word. He is God, and there is no other. His promises will come true. Hang in there with your faith. Remain faithful and worship and serve this incredible God. Folks, have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.